Hello everyone and welcome to the vlog of my graduation. Finally, today. So hello again and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna speak about my graduation. So it finally happened and I finished university in Italy. This was such a journey, and first of all I want to thank everybody who's been here with me even throughout my studies in Belgrade, and then through my application to this master's degree, and now finally we're here, we made it. I wanted to make this video more of graduation and more like a vlog vibe, but it definitely didn't happen, and I'm currently in Belgrade, if you can remember from my past videos, because I moved out of my apartment in Venice actually, but I'm gonna speak about that in some other video about life updates. But it was super chaotic the previous months like the previous months in general when I was working on my thesis, and that day especially I really couldn't vlog. So I was telling my friends, please just try to do some shots, like my friends and family, so that I can put it in a video that can look kind of like a vlog video. But also after I started editing, I figured out that I need to speak more about it. So that's why I'm adding this part of the video right now. I want to split this video into like 3 parts. First, I'm gonna tell you like how was the presentation and everything. In the second part of the video, I will tell you more about the Italian grading system and their traditions and what they do for the graduation. And in the third part of the video, I will tell you more about my project. For those of you who are new on my channel, I've finished IUAV University of Venice. So my course was Architecture and Building Engineering, and this was the master's in English. So I was studying in English the whole time, not Italian. And by the end of June, July last year, I finished all of my classes. So basically then, if you've been following me, I went to do internship in Valencia, and then when I came back, the first session for the graduation was October, which was impossible for me to finish with the summer internship and stuff, so I just didn't want to torture myself and go into it. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I will finish in March, even in July. I think in some of my previous videos I said even that I'm gonna finish in July. Then in December I decided that I'm gonna finish in March. So it was like, oh okay, yeah, I might do it, because I know myself and I know that I'm a very fast worker. So when I sit to do something, like even my friends around me say like you're working super fast, it's just by the time I get to the design idea and everything, like I need some time to like set up the process and the design and like the information I got, especially because thesis wasn't just like any other project, like it needed to have some background and research so that the actual project comes out of the writing and what is a necessity for this area that we pick. Then I was still doing this student job that I was speaking also about in one of my previous videos, but I got this job through university, so it's like 150 hours that we need to like finish if we want, but it needed to be done before the end of January. So I was basically even busy throughout the whole January, and then February was a mess. This is one of the reasons I wasn't also doing daily vlogs that maybe everybody was used to me doing it like on a weekly basis. But I was really lucky because my thesis mentor, my professor, was super nice. She was a real definition of calmness. I really couldn't pick a better tutor because she didn't pressure me at all. Everything like that I was doing, I felt like, yeah, I'm doing it for myself, and the more I do, the better it is for me. But she wasn't telling me, oh, you're missing stuff, and like pressuring me in this kind of way. So at some points she was like, of course, giving me advices like, oh, this isn't really working, go back few steps. So she brings me back few steps, but then I still continue with my idea, but in a different direction, or just develop it more to convince her that it's actually working. So the thing about presentation and grading, I don't know why I got super stressed on the day before, and that morning my presentation was around 2 p.m. But also that morning was my friend's presentation at another university, so I wanted to make it also there. And then I was running around Venice because of course you have to walk around everywhere, and I was still holding my outfit for later, so it was kind of a messy rush around. So this is my cute little outfit. This is just because it's cold a bit outside, but this is the main outfit. People are singing because someone graduated now, so I guess people will sing for me later as well. I chose these cute little earrings and this top and my cute little heels, the only ones that I can walk in Venice, because Venice is not the place to walk in heels. So everything to the point of presentation made me super stressful, like, oh, I didn't do this, or I didn't practice my speech enough because I had to do this and this before and stuff. So I felt like I wasn't super prepared for the presentation itself. But in the end, when I sat down and started speaking, I feel like my brain just did it. And only in the 1950s it started developing across the river, where today we can find the urban in Belgrade, where also my preaching. You see that there is a big difference from the previous slide, which was in the 70s, and the way of Sava as we know today, as there are many rafts that started expanding quickly and quite illegally during the 90s. In the 1960s, this is how the waterfront was used, while when the water was still clear and not so polluted, as I mentioned, the rafts are losing the view and there is not much game that we are on the waterfront. So I use the water as a tool to implement these water canals that are going to be canals that are also collecting the water. Well, the look itself is also, it would stay for a very long period the same color, and it wouldn't be affected by the harsh weather conditions that are happening.
So the idea was to create a sort of horizontal figure for the next piece.
When I think about it now, I feel like I blacked out and I have absolutely no memory of this presentation. In general, I feel like I wasn't there. Like even the next morning when I woke up, I was like, did I just graduate? Because it doesn't feel like it. I mean, they were super nice in the end for a change, because I've heard a lot of stuff that this jury is asking, like weird questions. You can always turn it into your favor and reply, I mean, in the favor of your project. So I feel like I did it well.
Dottoressa Anna Grigorevich, the degree assessment board has approved your thesis oral defense with a graduation rate of 105 out of 110. In accordance with the powers vested in me, I hereby proclaim you Dottoressa Magistrale in Architecture. Congratulations.
And in the end I got 105, which is out of 110. I was having already 99 points from my average from my grades of before. Also that is some very complicated calculation, I'm not quite sure. But you calculate it and then maximum you can get then is 110. So I guess I couldn't even get maximum then. My average was around 27 out of 30 is, for me, was a good average. And then in the end, I mean, the flower crown that you saw on my stories. Probably, maybe if you're not from Italy, it's not very common to see, but all Italians, like all around Venice, these universities are having the graduation on the same days or the same month usually, and everybody's walking with their crowns, with their family, and it's super cute. You can still see my crown here on the wall. I want to keep it forever, so I gave it to my parents to bring it back to Belgrade immediately after. Also, the color of the ribbon depends on what you finished. I decided it to be white, even though for architecture it's black. I feel like black is more for other stuff that are not happy. Also, the thing is, you can't order it for yourself. Someone else has to order it for you for the good luck on the presentation day. This was actually my top that I wore that day. So I had creamy white outfit and I wanted it to go with it. So yeah, that's super, super cute. They have many more traditions, of course. I don't know if it's in whole Italy or it's like that in this Veneto region, where is Venice. But we didn't do it because I went to the international course, so for us it was enough to put the crown, the flower crown on our head and just enjoy the moments with our family and friends after.
I'm crying.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
I know what's going to be here in July.
And celebrations!
No.
Wait till I tell everyone the joy and love with...
I'm giving multiple, not one.
Yes!
Serve yourself, okay?
Take all.
I'm giving a
Why,
lot.
you're not going to graduate in July.
No!
You broke the...
Everybody say how much you liked me.
Can we all take together one picture?
From, like, what scale? 1, 2...
We finished!
Move.
As for my project, I will upload it these days on my Behance, where you can see all of my previous projects from universities. So you can go on the website and check drawings and details and maybe read about it a bit more. So I was doing a project here in Belgrade, in Park Ušće. For international students, they're always recommending to do project in their hometown or home country, because it's easier maybe for us to read books in our own language and to find all the information and maps and stuff that we need for the project. So I was always having this idea of doing some pavilions around the Park Ušće, especially because in this park is the Museum of Contemporary Art of Belgrade. So many of you who are watching maybe are not from Serbia or don't know this location or just don't know the context, but it's actually at the confluence of two international rivers. So this is where Belgrade started developing, and so this is the very important location for us who are from here. So I was thinking of this development of waterfronts, because many European cities also that develop along rivers have these new projects of waterfronts that are making it more sustainable and attractive for people to be there and spending time around rivers and even like swimming in them and stuff like that. But in Belgrade, like, unfortunately, we have a different approach. Unfortunately or not, depends on the opinion you have. During my research, I was like finding out about stuff that 60 years ago people were swimming in our rivers, and while everything was cleaner and just spending time more in the nature. So I wanted to make something to bring back people to the river and bring back the water to the people. Throughout all this process, I came up to the project that is the Red Loop. So also that's the name of my project, the Red Loop, Enhancing Connectivity and Sustainability at Park Ušće. This was one of the books that we needed to print. There were 3 books. They're very expensive, but okay, it was worth it. So actually inside is my whole thesis, all the writing, all the research that I found, and the drawings. Of course, the book and everything you're doing is up to you. There was no limits of how much you can write or what is the minimum. So depending on how much you think it's necessary for your project, that much you can do it. And I mean, at least my tutor was completely fine with it. At the end of the book, then I have the drawings that you can see on Behance, all these maps and drawings, and in the end my project, which was the Red Loop that was in this park right now. This is one of the axonometric views. Maybe it's better if I just put it on the full screen. That you can see different devices along the park and how the park now is being remodeled and used in a different way for a different purpose, but also with the respect of Museum of Contemporary Art. At the same time, including it in this project, because this is something very contemporary. But I feel like if it was about to happen in a real scale, you wouldn't feel that something is bothering you in the park, because as I was making it, I was trying really to kind of integrate it also in the landscape and to make it with the least possible construction, that it's super huge, and making it very, very unapproachable. Because in the beginning my ideas were like super strong and very strong elements and very big pavilions and something. So my thesis tutor was telling me, but you are making it kind of unapproachable for people, like maybe they would be scared to be in this place, or maybe it's so huge for this area when you take a look at the things around. I like this idea of making something that is super sustainable, because now this ring and this pathway where people are walking along and going from one pavilion to another became also the thing that it's collecting water and purifying it and bringing it back to the waterfront point where I proposed the natural pools. There are many sides of this project, and that's why it's way more complicated than I could explain to you right now. So that's why maybe it's better if you take a look at the drawings itself. But my research kind of made sense why I did it, where I did it, and why is it this way and why is it a circle. But in general, I'm very, very happy with how this project turned out to be. I mean, the idea and the project itself is very simple and easy to understand. So I think even if you are not in the field of architecture, you can feel it and understand what is it about. That is it. I guess I talked enough about this, even my project and this whole experience. I just want to say, like, I'm super still confused about this whole situation. Like, I'm not a student anymore, and what am I supposed to do now and stuff like that. I haven't still searched for a job, but I have an internship upcoming this summer, actually from May, but yeah. So I will talk about it more in some of the next videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I maybe got to someone who will experience this in the upcoming period. So if you have any further questions, of course, ask me down in the comments, or even about the whole study cycle at IUAV, at Italian University, maybe I could help in and reply in one of the next videos. I'm definitely gonna try now to get back on track with these filming vlogs and videos, and there are some things that I would like to speak about, like about life in Venice and in general, like my whole experience over the years of studying architecture in general and studying abroad. So write me if you're interested in that, and thank you so much. This has been really journey of 2.5 years, and I would do it all over again because I think this is the best decision I ever made in my life. Venice changed my life for real in the best way, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm so excited to see what more is coming. I got so many cute messages when I graduated, so thank you, and I will see you soon in my next video. Ciao.
Ciao.